So, how many of you have gone to play one of your favorite PlayStation games, and as soon as you turn it on, you're looking forward to looking at that intro video? You know it's supposed to look like this. Ooh, pretty. But instead, you get this stuttering mess. So the first thing you do is you rush and you check your disc. Oh no, is my disc scratched? Is it ruined? Do I need a new copy? No, my disc is fine. It looks so good. Okay. Okay. Oh, all right. Let's try another game. Let's put in another game. See what happens when we put another game in. Guess what? The other game doesn't even boot. So after trying out multiple games and finding nothing but stuttering messes and non-responsive booting games, you come to the sad realization that, dang, my PlayStation is dead. Freaking dead as a doornail. Whatever do I do about this? I mean, I know it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I could just play them on the PlayStation 2, even play them on the PlayStation 3, but this is the best PlayStation, guys. This is the best one. Like, nothing beats playing PlayStation games than on the PlayStation. Like, this is the best one they ever made. Like, I love this thing. This thing is so cool. So, you know what? We're not going to accept this. We're going to fix it. So let's first take a look at our patient. We've got the original 1995 Sony PlayStation. Reset button, video ports on the back, big chunky power and open buttons. And it has a dead laser. That is our culprit. That's why our games aren't working right. So we are going to fix that. Hey, close. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to flip this guy over and we are going to take out the 5 screws. There's 3 on the front and 2 in the back. So just go ahead and get all of those pulled out, and then we are ready to open up and actually get to the root of the problem, which is that broken laser. On the laser assembly itself, there is a potentiometer, which is this little guy right here, and it controls how strong your laser is. So the problem with your laser is it's not able to read discs, so we're going to lower the resistance to make the laser a little stronger, thus extending the life of our PlayStation by a little while. I've seen potentiometers that have Phillips head screws, flathead screws, but for whatever reason this guy doesn't really have either of those. So I've read online you can just turn it with a Q-tip, so I think that's going to be our method of choice here. We're going to try it out, see what happens. The last tool that we're going to need for this job to test this potentiometer is a multimeter. This guy right here. It's going to read the resistance and it's going to let us fine-tune our lasers. So there are 2 test points. One is on the top of the potentiometer and the other one is on the bottom right. So you get your multimeter and you hold those contact points to get your reading. I would like to point out that, yes, you can do this repair without using a multimeter, but in all honesty, you're going to be spending hours upon hours upon hours of trying to troubleshoot this thing, and honestly, it's not even worth the hassle. Ask your neighbors if you don't have one of these guys. I'm pretty sure that you know someone that does. It'll make your life a million times easier. To adjust the potentiometer, we're going to take our Q-tip. I know, right? And you're going to press it against that potentiometer, and you're going to give it the slightest of turns. And you're going to want to turn it clockwise, because that lowers the resistance, thus making your laser stronger, able to read these discs. That's the theory. So, press really, really tight, and give it the slightest of turns clockwise. You're going to be doing both clockwise and counterclockwise turns during this test. You are just going to have to get used to that, but again, clockwise lowers resistance, counterclockwise raises it. So if you get resistance too low, you can't read discs. If you get it too high, you can't read discs. You just got to find that nice, happy middle ground right there. After each test, you're going to want to retest the points with your potentiometer. And I forgot to mention earlier that you want to have the PlayStation on to take these readings, so that way you get accurate results. And then after each test, you're of course going to test your disc. You're going to hold the door close lid here, and it should spin up, and if you're lucky, it will boot. There will be no more video stutters. So let's see what happens right here. My first adjustment attempt did yield slightly better results than what the laser was originally doing, but just to give you guys an example, I went through 28 tests before I was finally okay with the amount of performance I was getting out of this laser. It was giving me fairly lag-free video, and it also booted Mega Man X4, but unfortunately, it did not boot some of my other games, so my laser was unfortunately too dead to completely fix with this repair. Like, I fixed it as well as I could. I was able to play most of my games. They worked really well, but it unfortunately just couldn't play all of them. So in that case, it is just time to replace the laser entirely. The PlayStation 1 actually has one of the easiest lasers to pull out of a console ever. It's just this guy right here that we've been messing with this whole time. So it's got a 4-pin connector and then this ribbon cable. So there aren't even any screws holding this thing down. It's a piece of tape. So pull that up, pull the 4-pin out, and pull the ribbon cable out. And be careful, because this ribbon cable on the original model PS1 just tore in half when I pulled it out. It just completely ripped. Like, it was very frail and brittle, and it had no reinforcement to it, so it just completely tore off. Now for our replacement laser, I got this guy off of eBay for about $15 plus $3 shipping, so $18 total. And as you can see, it's very similar to the original laser model that was already in there, but the plastic pieces are slightly different, so I had to swap out the gray one for the black one to make it fit right, otherwise the shell of the PlayStation wouldn't close. So let's go ahead and throw this sucker back in. It's very easy, just sit it on these pegs. Come on. Yeah, make sure you get on those pegs nice and tight. Well, I mean, not tight, but so it fits. All right, there we go. And then we're going to plug back in the 4-pin power connector. And then we're going to get this ribbon cable plugged in. And this ribbon cable is reinforced, so I'm very excited about that. So just make sure you get it down in there as tight as you can. Make sure everything is flush. Try to put this tape down. It's all right. And then we are going to go ahead and get everything plugged back in. I'm going to plug power and video in. And we are going to, of course, test this with the game we've been using this whole time, Air Combat. It was actually, yeah, whatever. Anyway, put it in, hold down the door close tray button thing, turn it on, and hopefully this laser works. And there you have it. The PlayStation is once again in full working order. It booted everything. It was able to play everything. This replacement laser was exactly what this model needed. Some of you will find great success with just tweaking the potentiometer and it'll work just fine. But for those of you that do need a replacement laser, those eBay lasers actually aren't so bad. I was very skeptical. I didn't think it would work, but I once again have a fully functional PlayStation. I'm very happy because, again, this is the best freaking PlayStation in existence, in my opinion. But anyway, I'm very happy. This guy should hopefully serve me for many more years to come. Next video, I'm actually going to show you how to clean this sucker, because since it was already all disassembled, I decided to do a full thorough cleaning on it. So next video is going to be all about how to clean this guy, deep, thorough cleaning. And yeah, hope you come back for that. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope this was informative. Hope you're able to fix some PlayStations. And as always, have a great day till we see you next time. Hit those like and subscribe buttons. Until next time, have a good day.